Mindful Monday. My name is Erin, and I'm honored to guide you in yoga practice this morning. It's been raining for a little bit here. It actually started raining when we first laid my mat down, and now the sun's out, so get ready to practice. We'll be working on stretching our shoulders out, so for today's 30-minute yoga flow, you'll need a couple of blocks or 2 stacks of books about this high, and possibly a yoga strap or a scarf, and maybe a yoga mat or a clear space in your home or out on your patio. Let's just settle in here. I'd actually like for us to start on our backs in a constructive rest. So you'll just lie on your back and you'll bend your knees and step your feet in towards your hips. See if here you can widen your feet to hip width apart, releasing your lower back, your upper and middle back. Just settle in with your own breath, your own body. Naturally breathing here, in and out of your nose. You may close your eyes if that's comfortable to you, or just gaze softly above you on the ceiling or at the sky. Inhale deeply here through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale everything away. Try that again, inhaling deeply. Exhale it away. Feeling the surface underneath your body. Maybe on your feet, noticing what texture your carpet or the concrete of your patio or mat feel like. Just really focusing your awareness in this present moment of time. Maybe here, if you'd like, you can bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart space. And as we breathe together in a community, maybe you can recognize where your breath is going in your body. I'll begin our yoga practice formally with the sound of Om. Om is a universal sound to unite your breath, your body, your yoga practice. Unite us all as one being. If you'd like to practice along with me in Om, inhale here deeply. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale to prepare for Om. Really settling in on your mat now, with the 4 corners of your mat and your body deep inside that mat. Practicing a natural ebb and flow of your breath here. And as you're ready, I'd like to practice a pranayama with you while you're on your back. It's called Kumbhaka, which is a breath retention. All you'll have to do is inhale deeply and hold your breath at the top and smoothly exhale through your nose. We'll practice that 4 to 5 times together. Inhale deeply through nose. Hold at the top. Exhale smoothly out your nose. Inhale. Hold here. Exhale. Inhale. Now bringing your hands to your side of your body. Just check in with yourself with your natural breath. Bringing your awareness to what kumbhaka possibly made you feel. Is your mind more calm, or are you more anxious? Yoga is a practice of recognizing what's happening inside of your body and mind. If you feel that you'll ever get anxious in this yoga practice or in life in general, please just come back to a natural inhale through nose, natural exhale through nose. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Lao Zhu. As you're ready, begin to roll over to one side and come up into a comfortable seat. Feeling your hips bones press deeply on the earth. See if you can take a deep inhalation through your nose, lengthening spine, pointing the crown of the head up towards the sky. And on your exhale, feel the breath flow through the crown of the head, all the way through the body, and down to your sits bones. Feel that flow, inhaling and exhaling. We'll practice a different form of cat-cow today than we generally do together. So let's clasp our hands at our heart space. And then go ahead and bend in all fingers. And then press them out to the front of your mat, rounding your spine here. Inhale back up. Exhale, hands together as you meet at the heart space. Try that again. Inhaling, push out. Bring it back up. Hands together, drop them through to your heart space. Push your hands out in front of you, rounding spine. Inhaling them up above your head. Maybe you want to gaze up to your hands. Drop your hands down to your heart space. Practice that again. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Practice a few more of these in your own breath and time, really feeling into your upper back. A lot of us have been using the computer quite a bit, or our phones, to process our work, and so we may be feeling a lot of tension, stress being held on to in the back of our neck, shoulders, and top of back. We'll just do a practice together that really tries to release tension in your shoulder space, your upper back area. When your hands meet together at your heart space, just hang here for a minute, noticing your breath. We're going to need our yoga strap or our scarf. And we're going to practice Gomukhasana, which is cow pose. So just get your strap or your scarf long, and then here your legs can be in Sukhasana, and if you prefer to keep them in Sukhasana, switch the cross of your legs. If you'd like to go to more traditional cow, you're going to have your knee, maybe your left or your right, pointed to the top of your mat, and see if you can lace and set your other knee somewhat on top of the other. Feeling that awesome stretch in your hip area. You may also choose to practice this pose in fire log, which is where my lower legs, your lower legs will be crossed on top of each other. So this is up to you how you want to practice. So if you want a deep hip opening, you'll go to fire log or cow legs, or a slight, a little bit less of a hip opener, you'll just go to Sukhasana, easy seat, cross-legged position. So you'll bring your strap in your right hand and then bend your right elbow and take your left hand over to the side and bend it behind you so that you're going to take your strap and grab onto it. So I'll turn around so you can see this. And you're really pulling tightly onto your strap or your... So just take some deep inhales and exhales here. Feeling your shoulders being stretched. Noticing if you can invite in any sense of opening here. Beginning of a week, and possibly you want to open yourself up to receive all the goodness you can of the beginning of this week. Allowing your hands to let go here. We'll just switch our hands. So I'm sorry I didn't mirror you, I forgot to do that. So you'll just take your left hand, which will be opposite of mine because we practiced it with right on top before. So you'll just bring your left hand, bend at elbow, bring it behind your head, and grab on with your right hand. Bend at your elbow and see if you can grab on behind your back. And maybe you'll walk your hands in a little bit further, feeling your heart open and your shoulders being stretched. Gomukhasana, cow pose, or cow face pose. It has to do with your knees. If you chose to stack your knees one on top of the other, Gomukhasana supposedly looks like the front of a cow's face. I'll let you decide if that's the case for you. As you're ready, you'll begin to let go of that pose of the bind with the strap in the hands, and set your strap to the side. We'll need it again in a few minutes. Here, see if you can separate your knees mat width apart and just walk your hands out, coming into child's pose. Bringing your head as close down to the earth as you can, and if you want to bend into your forearms, you can lay your head on top of your hands if your head isn't meeting the earth. If your arms are extended out in front of you in this child's pose, see if you can come up onto your fingertips area, kind of like spider fingers. And see how that differs. So you'll flatten your palms of your hands to the earth. And then on your inhale, go up to the tips of your fingers. Flatten again. Inhale back up. Flatten the palms to the earth. Now come back up into spider tip fingers, only if your arms are extended here. See if you can feel that stretch underneath your arms or around your shoulder area. On each inhalation and exhalation, see if you can allow yourself just to let go. Let go of any stress, pressure, as you're gearing up for this week that you may have before going into work or maybe some accomplishment you need to do. We're here together in yoga. Try to drop the things you need to do all this week. Let's just be present with each other in our own practice. In child's pose here with fingertips extended. Walking your hands back towards your legs, begin to bring your legs together and come to a comfortable seat, but on your knees here, if it's comfortable to you. Take your awareness inside. How did those first two poses feel? Has your mind begun to calm? And know that if it hasn't, please don't worry. It's absolutely normal to have chaos happening inside the mind. It's just something we need to train ourselves with our breath so we can take it off our mat that calm. Here I'd like to practice Dolphin Plank with you. So if you bring your forearms onto the earth, you're going to come into curled toes on your mat and bring your hips up off the earth. See if you can elongate your body behind you and look directly down at your mat, at the floor, into the space between your forearms. Dolphin Plank. Breathe here, checking in where your navel is. See if you can feel into your heel area, pressing your heels back to that back wall behind you. Begin to raise your hips up towards the sky, coming into full dolphin pose, dropping your head in between your shoulders. Breathe here. Allowing any stress to dissipate off the back of your shoulders. Coming back into Dolphin Plank. Set your knees down to the earth. Come up onto the flats of your palms of your hands. This time, I'd like to curl your toes under and come up into high plank. Dropping your hips so that they're not above your back area. Breathing here in this moment of time. Inhale your hips up to sky, coming into full downward facing dog. Dropping your head in between your biceps. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale it all away. Beginning to walk your hands back towards your feet. Allow your torso just to come over your legs and let it go. Here you can ragdoll it out if you choose, floating from left to right. And as you're ready, take your two peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, lengthening spine, raising up an inch or two. Exhale to fold, bending elbows out to the side. Allow your fingers to come off your big toes. Inhale as you roll one vertebra at a time up until you come to standing. For our next few postures, we're going to need our strap or your scarf or rope tie, whatever you have around the house. So here, step your right foot up to the top of your mat and walk your left foot a little bit back. Bring your strap behind you. And here, if you'd like to roll one end of your robe tie up around your hand. You can do that, or just grab on wherever. But we're going to come out to Warrior Two with our arms extended into a T. See if you can walk your shoulders away from your ears and allowing your strap to really be taut behind your upper back. See if you can press that robe tie, that strap, into your upper back, your upper shoulder area. Bending into your right knee. See if you can gaze out over your right fingertips. Taking care to bring your navel towards your spine. Warrior Two. Extending your right leg now. We're going to come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So we're going to push our right fingertips towards that wall. So push all the way towards the wall. And on your exhale, drop your hand down wherever it goes. It could be the floor, your heel, wherever. It could be your shin or your thigh. Here that we're trying to keep our strap extended and very tight behind our back. Your gaze can be out to the horizon in front of you or up to your left fingertips. Inhale as you raise yourself up, keeping your arms at a T. And then begin to take your right toes, right foot, make it parallel to the top of your mat, and switch it out. Your left toes will be to the back of your mat. Bending into your left knee, arms still extended. Take your gaze out over your left hand. Virabhadrasana number 2. Feel the strength of this warrior pose inside your body and your breath. With each breath, see if you can really just let go and clear your mind. Lengthening your left leg now. Exhale to push your left hand to the back wall. And on your exhale, begin to tilt your torso over that left leg. Your head can look either out in front of you at the horizon or up at your right fingertips. Inhale back up, dropping your hands now so you can take some relief and breath. You may choose to walk your feet in just a bit. And here we'll keep our strap behind us, but really at shoulder width or closer. Kind of like we're taking a bind of our hands, so bringing our palms of our hands together as we've done. We're going to practice a wide leg forward fold, but with our strap. Inhale, lengthening spine. Exhale, shoulders away from ears. And then begin to drop it down to the earth as you raise your hands up off your lower back area. Feel the stretch in your shoulders, under your arms, in your hamstrings. This is the perfect asana about letting go. See if on each inhale you can come all the way into your heart space, and on each exhalation you can just allow the stress to pour out of your shoulders and your head. Inhale to raise yourself back up slowly, gently. Walking feet in towards one another. We'll begin to let go of our strap and just drop it somewhere where you're working. We're going to come to the top of our mat, and we'll need our 2 blocks or 2 stacks of books. Place them to the sides of your feet here, and step your right foot way back behind you, coming down onto your knee. If that's not accessible to you, you can also fold a blanket and place it underneath your knee. You can also practice this pose, which is lizard, in a chair. You would just sit sideways. I'll show you that sometime on a segment. So here, walking your right knee way back so you can feel that awesome stretch along the opening and outside of your hip area. You may choose to come down onto your blocks if you'd like, or just stay upright. Yoga is about finding ease within your own body and mind. It's not a form of competition at all. Raising yourself back up. Still have your blocks, and we're going to come back. So we're going to bring our right hip area back over top of our bottom of our right leg. And then we're going to point our toe tips, our left toes, up to the sky. And then inhale to lengthen spine, exhale to fold in any amount over your left leg. Runner stretch. I like to stay a little bit upright in this position so I don't take my hips all the way back to my heels so that I can really feel an opening of the back of my leg. You might like that as well. Walking yourself back upright, take your left leg and meet your right, and we're going to switch it out. Step your right foot up to the top of your mat, walking your left knee back just a bit, coming into lizard pose. If you're coming down onto the forearms, you're going to take one of your blocks or stack of books so that they're both on the inside of your right foot, allowing ease to come down. Really enjoying your inhales and exhales here. Inhale, coming back up. If you came down onto forearms, you're going to take your stack of books on the opposite side of your right foot and begin to shift your body backwards, pointing your right toe tips up to the sky. Inhale, lengthening spine. Exhale to fold in any amount. You can also raise your blocks high and keep it up high. This is really your practice. Please think of it as so. Raising yourself back up, stepping your right foot to meet left. We're going to come down onto our mat because as always we're running short on time. So let's come to a comfortable seat. Here, begin to take the backs of your thighs and roll yourself down, one vertebra at a time, so that we're back in constructive rest. And here, we're going to take our right foot up to the sky, bend your right knee, and place your right foot over your left thigh, keeping your right foot flexed. And then begin to shift as you bring your left knee open to the left side of your mat. In any amount, This is just a variation of figure 4 and supine twist. And you can also look out over your right shoulder. Your arms could be out to your sides or in cactus arms. If you have your arms in cactus arms, which are bent at your elbows, you'll get more of a stretch in your upper shoulder area. Imagine yourself as wringing out like a sponge, getting rid of old, and as you can, imagine some water running into the sponge so that you're receiving all kinds of new stuff, new ideas, new goals, just a new life in general. Inhale, bringing your leg up to the sky, extending right foot up above you, and exhale, bending into right knee, drop it down to meet left. We'll practice that same thing on the other side, extending our left leg long up to sky, foot is flexed, bend into left knee, and place your left ankle onto your right thigh. You may choose to give a little bit of a push with your left hand on your left thigh, really opening that left hip, and then begin to tilt over, twist over to your right side. You may choose to put your right foot down to the earth or not, it can be raised. You can also choose to look out over your left shoulder. Really feeling into the wringing out, getting rid of old, breathing in new oxygen, new blood flowing, all the new stuff that's coming at you in this awesome week ahead of us. Raising it back up, extending your left leg high, drop it down to meet right. Here, extend your legs out in front of you. Or if you'd like to stay in that constructive rest, you can do that as well. Welcoming yourself into relaxation, Shavasana. I'll walk you through a short body meditation. Let's practice on our inhale, raising our arms up high so that they're placed above our head on the earth, pointing feet to the back of your mat. Exhale, bring it back down. Extending your right leg long, raising your heel up off the earth a couple inches, pointing into your toe tips there. Exhale it down. Extending your left leg long, raise your heel a couple inches off the earth, pointing into your left toe tips, and set it back down on exhalation. Extending your right arm long, side of you, as if you can reach the back of your mat, raising arm up a bit, exhale it down. Inhaling, lengthening arm to your left side, raising it up a few inches, exhale it down. See if you can point the crown of your head, it's a very minuscule move, to the back or front side of your mat, wherever you're placed. Exhale it down in comfort and ease now. Feel the relaxation flowing through you, like this wind that's surrounding me outside. Feel the positivity, the relaxation, tranquility coming over you right now. Just breathe here in Shavasana. It's your moment of time to take rest. samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. May all beings everywhere have peace. May all beings everywhere feel free. May all beings everywhere feel the ease that we all deserve. As you're ready, begin to make small movements in your fingers and toes. Coming back up to a comfortable seat. Inhale to feel your spine lengthen, crown of head up towards the sky, peeking out through the clouds. Exhale your shoulders away from your ears. Feel strong here. Feel a sense of freedom that you've just created, a sense of space for yourself to flow out of you until all others in your life and beyond. Bringing your hands to your heart space, bowing your head to your heart. Develop a mind that is vast, like space, where experiences both pleasant and unpleasant can appear and disappear without conflict, struggle, or harm. Rest in a mind like vast sky. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace. I'll see you actually this Friday for our very last restorative yoga class at 4 p.m. I'd like to really thank everyone for their practice and showing up for your own self today. You have an awesome week. Peace.